How's it going, y'all? This is Kodiak Killer checking in for another GM connected commentary video. As you can see, I haven't advanced the period from the other one. I will be doing that later on. But I did get a text message from Frem saying that I had some trade offers I need to go through. Now, I'm going to look through them first, and then I'll see about putting them through, depending on if he's trade raping anybody or not. As you can see here, I'm trying to load my mailbox. See if it actually loads in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, here we go. So I have a trade request from the Islanders, the Predators, the Panthers, the Sabres, the Red Wings, and I also have a waiver claim for Danny Heatley. Okay, it is the fucking All-Star. But what's his salary at? 7? No, fuck that. He's good. Don't get me wrong, his defense is a little lower and his physical's a little bit lower than what I'd like it to be. But, no. Way too much cap for a player that would probably be third line, maybe. I am going to be doing some trades. I will be sending pictures of them to Frem just to make sure that he's okay with them. Just so you know. But here I'm going to start it off. I'm going to go to, let's look at Nashville's. Before I just approve or reject, I'm going to look at it. That way you guys get to see it. I'm sure if you guys watch Frem's videos, well, I mean, I'm sure if you guys watch Frem's videos, he probably recorded it, unless he kind of screwed up some way, which is always a possibility. But here he's trading Matt Cullen and Colin Wilson for Koivu and Zach Phillips. Now, okay, so Zach Phillips and Colin Wilson, Okay, so Zach Phillips easily takes Matt Cullen's trade value. And then a little bit of Wilson's, and then Koivu. Okay, honestly, that's a lot of trade value over, but I can see what he's trying to do here. Koivu being $6.62 million in contract. I mean, that there is basically all of Cullen, all of Wilson, and a bit more. And plus, he's even got Nashville retaining $1.6 million of cap. You know what? Actually, this seems like a pretty decent trade. I mean, Nashville's getting a pretty good depth center in Koivu, and Frem's getting back a few good players. He's getting Cullen back. But here we go. As you guys can see, I'm approving this trade. And let's see who he's getting in Florida, or who he's trying to get with Florida. Let's just see. Matt Cook, Nicholas Backstrom, a first-round pick for next year, I believe. Turgeon and Roberto Luongo. Now that's a little different. Just for the fact of Luongo just got traded to Florida. Granted, this is the brand new roster, so Luongo, according to the rosters, Luongo's been with Florida. They're not going to care if they trade him or not. But, I mean, trade value, he pretty much can get Luongo damn near for his first-round pick. Backstrom, well, first-round pick and Cook. And then Backstrom takes the rest of Luongo's trade value, and then all of Turgeon's. Now, let's just look at Turgeon here. Yeah, he's enforcer. Of course he is. Undrafted enforcer. Of course he is. You know what? I can see what he's doing here. He's dumping more cap. Not a whole heck of a lot like we saw in the last trade, but he is dumping a little bit of cap on Florida. As you can see, there's no cap retention anywhere. And he's even given up his first-round pick, so he's hoping that these trades will propel him up to a year next year where he's not going to need that first-round pick. So, you know what? I kind of like what he's doing, what he's trying to do here. It's kind of surprising. I never took him to be one that plays GM mode a whole heck of a lot, but it seems as if he has. But here's a trade from Buffalo. This must be him and trying to trade with Buffalo here. Let's see what he's trying to do with this one. Tyler Ennis for Jason Zucker. That's actually gonna go. Holy shit. I just look at him here. Ennis is a 4 gold star potential. He's 24 years old, which means he's got about 2 years of growth left in him. I can't say I've ever seen him get above an 86. But Zucker, I haven't followed a whole heck of a lot. Zucker, I haven't followed a whole heck of a lot. You know, 3.5 green star potential. He's only 21. But I don't... Honestly, I think I've seen Ennis get higher than Zucker. That's another trade I think I'll put through. Just for the fact of, you know, trying to be decent to him. But here we're gonna go into the trade. Don't approve yet. Red Wings and Minnesota. So Jonathan Blum and a first-round pick for this year for Thomas Tatar. So he's giving up a defenseman, getting a forward. Let's look at what Tatar's got. I think he's 4 gold stars. He's all right. He's a good little player, but let's just see here. He's only put up 10 points in 39 games in his NHL career. He has only 1 year left, and he will be a restricted free agent, which means Frem has basically Tatar eating out of the palm of his hand on that one. But let's just go over and look at Jonathan Blum, because he's a pretty good defensive prospect. I know that they did pull him from Nashville, because I remember hearing about him playing for Milwaukee, which, if you guys haven't figured that out already, me and Frem are both from the state of Wisconsin. Milwaukee is Nashville's AHL affiliate, which is based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which means I get to hear a little bit of news about them every year. And, you know, Jonathan Blum, pretty good defensive prospect. Even though he's 24, he does have 4 gold star. I don't think he's going to, you know, he'll bust into like a top 6. You know, he'll bust into like a top 6 defensive role, but I don't really see him getting any higher than that. And Thomas Tatar, you know, he's what, 21? I think 22. He's 22. He's already got the role of a third line scorer. You know, I could see him being a good depth second line forward, or possibly maybe even a first if offense becomes a problem. And he's given up a draft pick just for the sake of making us go through. And you know what? I'll actually put that one through too. It seems like a pretty fair trade. I mean, you guys can go crazy in the comments on that, whether I'm making the right choices or not, or if I'm just being way too nice. But here we go, New York Islanders. I'm assuming it's from him again. I haven't seen any computer-to-computer trades yet, but okay, so Rupp, Brodziak, and Winnipeg second. That must have been a trade that you guys... That must have came in the trade when you guys when they sent over Setaguchi to Winnipeg. Look here at this, and he does have Michael Grabner and Radek Martinek. I guess I can't really say I've heard much about Martinek. He's old. Holy shit, is he old? 37 years old, and that fucker's still in the league. Draft year 1999. Draft position 8th round. Jesus balls. He has 1 career playoff point and 107 career points, and he's been around for what? Where is it? Right there. 473 games. Jesus Christ. I can't help but laugh at this. But Grabner, he's a good player. I mean, don't get me wrong. What is he? Yeah, 4 gold star potential. He's 26, which means after this year he's done. He's done growing. He is a sniper. Shooting stats, they're good. They're not the best, but they're decent. And actually, you know what? I mean, let's look through his career points. I mean, he's only gotten up to 52 points, and that was 2 years ago. And that was, he only played 76 games. So, I mean, you kind of take that. He may have he wouldn't have gotten to 60, but, I mean, he may have gotten up to 55, maybe 60 points if he hit a hot streak there with, would it be 6 games left in the year if they played an 82-game season that year? I mean, as you can see here, that's backwards. That was 4 years ago. So you know they played an 82-game season 4 years ago. So he must have been injured for a few games or just healthy scratch or something. But let's see, playoff. He's not really that good of a playoff performer. But then again, when have the Islanders really been that good of playoff performers? Sorry for all you Islanders fans out there. I'm sure there's 1 or 2, maybe a few more. I guess it all depends. But you know what? I think I might actually put this trade through. He's Not really. Well, he is dumping a little. No, I think he's actually losing cap space with this one. But he is giving up a draft pick for for this year, second round, which means that he is looking to be a good team this year. You know, if it goes well for him, kudos to him. If it doesn't, well, that's kind of shitty. But I'm gonna put this one through too. I mean, pretty good trades. I'm not gonna knock on any of them. They're all pretty good trades, pretty well valued trades, and you know, maybe we will. I mean, I don't know exactly what he was thinking in making this many moves this early in the year, unless he's just trying to get players acclimated to playing in Minnesota, playing for the, you know, a team in the state of hockey, and you know, I'm not exactly sure, but actually I'm getting a little too long here, so I think we're gonna cut it here, and we'll catch you next episode with my next episode. So until next time, guys, we'll see you again.